moving on to the electrical phase here, there is going to be some rewiring that needs to be done using existing circuits and moving them around. This junction box here, what that was a GFCI outlet as well as a switch that worked my under counter lights. The problem is, in the new configuration, this is going to be where the double wall oven is. So what I had to do was turn that into a junction box. I pulled the power, which was coming from the top, down into there. I came over. That's going to be another junction box, only because the wires were short. And that will be behind my high 18-inch cabinet that I'll be able to access. From there, the power comes down. This is all new wiring that I did. And I put a 3-gang junction box in. And what I'm going to have here is, again, replacing the GFCI that was just over to the left. And there's going to be 2 switches. One switch is going to work a cabinet light inside the center cabinet, which is going to be all glass. And the other one is going to be my 3 under counter lights. Those are these little twists right here, under counter lights. There's a lot more on the other wall. With the new Gen Air refrigerator coming in, the plug has to be in a very precise location, so I am going to have to move it up higher on the wall. Right now I'm repairing the sheetrock. Remember, in the last segment we talked about this switch that I'm putting in here, that there's actually going to be 2 switches, and you see one of them here is labeled out to this one, out to the 3 under cabinet lights. Well, that's correct, because I'm going to have 3 cabinets in this area. So there's going to be a light there, there, and there, where I have the twists. But I do need a 4th way over in the corner here. So let me show you what I did tonight. So I snaked another wire here. That white cord, it's a 14 gauge, it's going to come into the bottom of that box to also grab that switch. Then it comes down under the crawl space. And then I'm coming up the other side, because there's going to be a little nook in here. And I drilled a hole down there. And I came up with the white wire. And that's positioned right there, which is going to be the bottom of the cabinet. Likewise, I want some outlets here. So there's a 12 gauge wire that's going to go onto a 20 amp circuit. And again, I ran that line down into the crawl space. It comes right under the floor here. And right up there, that yellow cord. And I'm going to grab this GFCI right there. Let's take you for a second into this mess of a crawl space so you can see where I have to work. So this is a storage area, and I store a lot of stuff over here. So now I'm in the crawl space on my knees, and up in this area here. Okay, so right at the entrance of the crawl space, you see a white wire and a fat black wire there. Well, the fat black wire is my 240 line for the double wall oven. I utilized the same hole to bring that white cord up. That's the cord that I just talked about previously, where I want to put the under cabinet light, which comes way over here. And let's walk on over. And I ran it through all these joist bays. And this is it right here. The one that makes a 90-degree turn. And up into this insulation, which is really dark, that is where both that yellow wire and the white wire, both the 12 and the 14 is going. The 12 gauge wire, which is on the 20 amp circuit, comes across here. This is underneath the doorway, and then it goes straight up. So I just wanted to show this while it's all drooping down here. and I'm going to tack this up nice and neat to button this on up, and then all the connections could be made from upstairs. Here's another electrical move that I had to make. I had to move a switch here. Recall from an earlier video, all this area beside the plastic was a half wall or a knee wall looking into the family room. Well, that all got taken out, and there's going to be an island in there. Well, in that half wall, there was a switch, and the switch lit up my patio lights outside. Well, I wanted to move that, so that switch was coming up through a hole right there. The plastic's covering it up, but it was coming through a hole in the floor there, and then coming into the knee wall. So I pulled that wire down. This was an easy one, and I just simply came up along the side of that drain pipe there, and I put a new box in there, and that's going to be my switch to light up the patio lights, which are right outside this beautiful brand new sliding glass door.